Hey there. Have you ever stared at your bank account and thought, I need a better plan and maybe fewer trips to Starbucks? Well, today I'm going to show you how to make money online spending almost nothing. Yep, no trust fund or fancy gadgets required. I'm James I. Bond, one of America's leading behavioral management specialists, having worked with some of the most famous people and businesses in America. Basically, I help people figure out what works and what doesn't when it comes to human behavior. And yes, this includes making money online. Now, I've got 3 jaw-dropping, laugh-inducing, totally true success stories for you. They'll not only inspire you, but will also give you a roadmap for turning your own small ideas into massive paydays. And when I say massive, I mean massive. Like, I might finally afford a vacation where I don't have to pack instant noodles massive. Okay, so here's what we'll cover today. Real life success stories of people who started with almost nothing and made millions. A simple 5-step process to identify problems, create irresistible solutions, and grow your business. And how to craft product names so sticky people can't help but buy them. And hint, it's all about brain glue. More on that later. All right, let's dive into our first story. Meet Joe and his sister and a few of their relatives. They didn't start with much, just a carpet cleaning business and a very strong dislike for toxic chemicals. While everyone else in the industry was scrubbing carpets with toxic stuff that could probably double as rocket fuel, Joe and his sister started thinking, what if we use non-toxic cleaning products? Now here's the kicker. They targeted high-income families in a nearby neighborhood, people with pristine carpets and kids crawling all over those carpets. Their secret weapon, a Facebook ad they ran with the headline, "Beware, are you poisoning your child and you don't even realize it?" And spoiler alert, that headline worked better than a cat video at 3 a.m. Now, their business income exploded past 7 figures in less than a year. In fact, they grew so fast that suddenly Joe and his sister were in serious need of more staff to help them, and probably a vacation. But besides all that, their bank account skyrocketed, bigger than they ever thought possible. So, lesson number 1, solve a problem people didn't even know they had, and they'll throw money at you. Okay, next up, a mom and her son from Utah who turned toilet humor into serious profits. And here's the scene. Mom had a, let's say, digestive problem. A doctor tells her to raise her feet while on the toilet. And yep, it really helped. Light bulb moment. They created a stool that fits around the toilet and used the internet to find someone to manufacture it for them. But they didn't want to call it the toilet stool. Not a very exciting name. What they really wanted was a name that jumped off the stool and into the laughing part of your brain. But what could they call it? So for starters, what's another name for a toilet? How about potty, like porta potty? And what are you doing on that potty? Kind of squatting. How about calling it, drum roll please, the squatty potty? Yes, really. And the rest, as they say, is history. The secret in this case is the power of rhyming. Remember Famous Amos, Reese's Pieces, Slim Jims, Pooper Scooper, Shake and Bake? Think it's a coincidence that all these names rhyme? Nope. People who came up with these all realize that rhyme is one of the power tools that lets you sell easier than you ever expected. So if you can come up with a rhyming name for anything you're trying to sell, you'll have a much better chance of making a lot more money than you ever expected. Like how that squatty potty name helped turn a little toilet stool into more than $100 million. So lesson 2, a brilliant name, especially one that rhymes, can take an ordinary idea and make it unforgettable. And by the way, if you think naming products isn't your thing, don't worry. I've got you covered with my book, Brain Glue. It's blowing people's minds and changing how thousands of people are now selling their ideas and products forever. Even Jack Canfield, who sold more than 500 million Chicken Soup for the Soul books, got everyone who works for him to read and apply it. That's how powerful this is. Check it out at yesbrainglue.com. Okay, finally, meet Eric Weber, a shy college student who realized that there were millions of other shy guys out there. His genius idea? Show up with a tape recorder and interview the prettiest girls on campus about what a guy has to say to win a date with her and what he shouldn't say. With those interviews, he wrote a book called How to Pick Up Girls. Let's just say he picked up a lot more than girls. He picked up millions of dollars, literally. Eric didn't have enough money to print the books and advertise them, so he printed his book on a budget by partnering with a printer. Then he ran a tiny ad in Playboy magazine and waited. 5 days later, his mailbox was overflowing with orders. So, lesson 3, you don't need a giant budget to launch a brilliant idea. Start small, test the waters, and let the results speak for themselves. So what's your takeaway on all this? Well, here's the game plan. Number 1, identify a problem. Number 2, solve it. Number 3, find a catchy name. And number 4, get out there. And by the way, if you want to master the art of coming up with a hot name or pitch for whatever you're selling, or just want to turn your ideas into blockbusters, check out my multi-award-winning book, Brain Glue, that's blowing people's minds and simplifying how they sell, at yesbrainglue.com. It'll show you how to make your products and messages unforgettable. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button for more stories, strategies, and tips to help you make money online, spending almost nothing. And of course, you can watch another video by clicking now. Okay? Now go turn that big idea you have into your first dollar. Who knows? You might be the next story I get to share.